Okay, you asked. I was gonna make you like a show and tell, um, but that takes a videographer, and the videographer is absolutely willing, just not quite available right now. It's been 9 months since I got my stem cells. Did it meet my expectations? In some ways, way beyond, and in some ways, not really. I mean, it's just been a fascinating process. Um, in the ways that it is beyond is probably in the past month, the amount of progress I've made has been like some of the best so far. It's been 9 months. Now I am doing stuff with Steven, and maybe it's like the perfect cocktail, it's all coming together. But what's healing, Bob, this is the part that's fascinating to me, is I had injuries what contributed to all this? It's a couple things, but one is just a series of injuries from when I was 16, from when I was 30, from when I gave birth, frozen shoulder, and now I know, especially after working with Steven, that a lot of that never fully healed, and I have unstable, kind of loose joints. Not enough to dislocate anything, except for my fibula did partially dislocate, but they're kind of loose, which leaves my pelvis unstable, which leaves an ankle unstable, which leaves the shoulder unstable. And so what's happening, and it really probably started happening really significantly, noticing it in January. It was like, wow, this is healing. Like something's different here. Like I've had a sore shoulder for 30 years, and then I had frozen shoulder 15 years later. I pinched a nerve in my neck carrying a desk up a flight of stairs. Sorry, you might not be able to hear me. That is all healing. And what I mean by that is there's a different feeling in my shoulder. There's a solidity, a place that's like, oh man, that's where my shoulder belongs. My shoulder's always been kind of just up and out of place for years. And probably the other biggest one is my right leg, again due to different injuries and probably finally childbirth, was the pelvis itself. The pelvic bone, the knee should be facing forward, and my right pelvic bone and knee, the pelvic bone faced this way and kind of this way, so the sits bone never really, I couldn't feel it when I sat on it, and then the knee tried to go back in this way, and it would, which created something called valgus. Anyway, it's amazing what the body still tries to do. But now the sits bone is beginning to face this way. The knee is straightening out. It's wild. That's all I have to say. I think in the next 2 or 3 months, I just don't, I don't think my body's going to feel like my body at all, in a good way. Just the stability, just everything holding, and Steven's like, we're going to be able to start strength training, and when we can start the strength training, all those joints are going to stay put because the muscles are strengthened around the joint, in where the joint belongs to be. So a month ago, I could walk 200 feet at one time. I can walk more than 200 feet in a day. A year ago, I was walking about 300 feet in a whole day, right? Maybe 300 to 500 feet in a whole day, and only 25 feet at one time. Now, a month ago, I was doing 200 feet at one time. And last week, I was up to 400 feet at one time. I wasn't doing it every day, but I could do it. It was just like 400 feet, boom. Plus then all the rest I was walking around the day. So I was probably up to 1,000 feet a day. or more, not steps, but feet. And twice this week, well, once I walked 600 feet at one time, and then yesterday I did 500. So the strength is there. The strength is growing, and it's pretty fascinating. These stem cells, it's just, I don't know how, did I think it would just kind of go quicker, easier, stronger? Probably so. There's still pain. There's still a lot of emotion, and that's probably the biggest piece of this healing is when you're in chronic pain, as long as I've been, I mean, really, it's been off and on for 30 years I've been in pain. There's a lot of emotion that goes with that. And dealing with that emotion, feeling that emotion, allowing it to leave my body, not necessarily analyzing it so much, but sometimes a little bit, but more just saying, wow, I feel pretty much like a victim to this chronic pain. I've had to go deeper spiritually into, God, the divine. Is it in my body? Do I feel supported? I mean, this is some deep stuff I'm going through. There's your long answer. I'm gonna have to download this. It's already 6 minutes. I'll maybe just go ahead and post this one on YouTube so everybody else can see it. But I promise I'm gonna do a follow-up with me walking. It's kind of boring to watch me walk 600 feet. I mean, it's not very thrilling for you guys, but it is thrilling for me. And it's out on my driveway, and it just gives me freedom to be out. So thank you for asking. And, there's more to come. There's more to come, I can tell. Okay. Thanks, Bob. I love you. Bye.